Welcome back, everybody. It is our 50th episode of Too Many Boxes, which is freaking awesome. I can't believe we've done 50 of these. Can't wait to do 50 more. We've got our September VGM box. I am super freaking bloody chuffed. Let's do it. Alright, so September, it's my birthday month. I'm hoping that translates to an awesome box. I have put Game Boy Advance back into the box. That's always a dicey thing to do. Usually that does mean that I will have GBA in here, and usually it is licensed shovelware, but that's okay. Also, a lot of times that means that I get like a 1-up or a 2-up because those games are so low value that they put extra games in. So we'll see if that happens or not. I have a feeling that that may be the case. So without further ado, let's do it. So I got my box yesterday, but I wasn't feeling well. I went to bed early. One of the rare times that I didn't open my box as soon as it came in. So I'm dying to do it. I've been keeping myself, I've been good. I have not watched other people's videos, so I don't know what the trinket is. So I'm super excited to open this up, see what's inside, and then go watch everybody else's video, see what they got. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's feel around. Let's see, we got a card. Is it, like I said, we got that 1-up. I think that means that we definitely got some Game Boy Advance in here. So it's been a while since I've got a 1-up because it's been a while since I've had Game Boy Advance in the box. So 1-up. I was expecting that. Feels like a sticker sheet. Is that our trinket? Is it a sticker sheet? There's a box in there too. I don't know what that box is. Alright, well, let's see what this is. We got... Oh, it's a Koopa Troopa where you like build the face. It's not in frame, you can't see it, but around Christmas time I got a Wario like build a face thing for Christmas. That's like Christmas theme. But that's cool. I'll definitely put this on my wall. I have fun building these because I'm, you know, a perpetual child. So our trinket is a, I don't know what you call this. Build-A-Face Koopa Troopa? Cool. Alright. So we got this box. I don't know what this box is. I'm kind of confused as to what it could be. I feel Super Nintendo. I feel NES. 2 NES. N64, which it's been a while for N64. Huh. I don't know what that box is. I don't feel any GBA, so maybe it's wrapped. So maybe it's a complete unopened GBA game? I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. Oh wait, there's a loose GBA game. I'm very intrigued. Intrigued indeed. So we'll start with this GBA game. I'm gonna save this thing in plastic. I'm gonna save that for last because I'm hoping that's something really cool. So let's start with Game Boy Advance. Let's make our predictions now. Is it some kind of kids license game, or maybe something else this time? Let's find out. We got that SpongeBob. That looks like some SpongeBob. Yes, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So, yeah. Usually what I'm expecting here with GBA. Licensed kid movie cartoon stuff. I think I've seen the SpongeBob movie, at least part of it. The SpongeBob movie was where I kind of stopped watching SpongeBob. I thought the quality dipped significantly around this time. I really love old SpongeBob, but like newer SpongeBob, no thank you. I just don't think it's very good. So first up, we got the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. SpongeBob SquarePants was published by THQ in 2004. This wasn't bad. For a Super Mario clone, it could have been a lot worse. I wish SpongeBob moved faster and that the level design was a little more creative. But from the little I've played it, I'd say it's actually sort of enjoyable. There are a lot of secrets to find and plenty of goofy character animations to keep one entertained. Not a bad addition to my growing licensed Game Boy Advance collection. Alright, so next, let's go Super Nintendo. Pretty excited, because I have very little Super Nintendo games, so... Next up, we got... Ooh, I see Taz. Is it Taz-Mania? Taz-Mania from Sunsoft. I don't remember. Is this the one that's like a weird, like, racing game? I don't recall. I know that the Taz-Mania games are different for Super NES and Genesis. I want to say this is the one that's like the racing game, but like where you're eating birds, like going down the road. I know I've seen people talk about it. I've seen people get it in their boxes, but I've never played it myself. But big fan of Taz. Didn't really watch Taz-Mania, but I like the character. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully it's a good one. So second up, we got Taz-Mania for the Super Nintendo. Taz-Mania was published by Sunsoft in 1993. It's an interesting game. Jury's still out on this one. You move forward, and you eat birds, and you avoid obstacles. That's all I've really seen so far. I don't know how complex this one gets, but I am intrigued. Not the most compelling licensed game I've ever played, but I did have some fun. Pretty cool to have. Okay, so next let's go N64. We got is that wrestling? Something Mayhem? I think it's WCW Mayhem. I don't know that I've ever played any of the WCW games. This looks like it was published by EA. I don't know if this is a good one or not. I know there's a lot of love for the WWF wrestling games on N64, but I don't really know anything about WCW Mayhem, so excited to check it out. I wasn't into wrestling when I was young, but it's something that I have grown to appreciate as an adult. I love the lore and the history and I love learning about wrestling. I think it's really interesting. So for the N64, we got WCW Mayhem. Let me know if this is a good one. WCW Mayhem was published by Electronic Arts in 1999. It is a wrestling game. I know that wrestling games on the N64 are highly regarded, but I do not yet know which ones are the highly regarded ones. I actually did have quite a bit of fun with it, though. I created the perfect creature, O'Gleen, who absolutely demolished Booker T. I'll have to play more of it to really know how much I like it, but I have certainly had some fun with it so far. O'Gleen will come for you. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Okay, we got 2 NES games, which is super freaking sweet. Love getting NES, any NES. That's an interesting one to say. Alright, so next up for the NES, we got RoboCop. Frickin' RoboCop. Good gravy. I think I remember this being a pretty bad game. Is this an LJN? No. Honestly, I think this is a worse company. This is from Ocean. Oh my god. Not a mark of quality seeing the Ocean logo. But I can't remember this game in particular. I know I've played it before. I do not believe I was a fan, but maybe I'm misremembering and maybe this game is freaking awesome. We'll find out right now. We got RoboCop for the NES. RoboCop was published by Data East in 1989. This is one of those rare instances that I can think of where a game both exceeds and fails to meet my expectations. I did not like this game. I was expecting that, but it was also better than I was expecting. I expected it to be worse and in different ways. I'm not really sure how to explain that. Let me run you through the very first time I played the game. The game loads up, I think the graphics are fine, and the song is kind of catchy. Then I start to play. I can't jump. Why can't I jump? And why do both buttons do the same attack? I realized, man, that music is repetitive and annoying. I hope it stops soon. I then spend way too long trying to figure out how to get back down the stairs. RoboCop suddenly pulls out a gun, and now I have a second attack. The sound the dogs make when they are killed makes me chuckle. And then I get killed by the first boss, and it's game over, no lives, no continues. Chef's kiss. Alright, next up, we got a second NES game. Super excited. Even though I'm sure RoboCop, I'm pretty sure it's not a very good game, if I remember correctly. But I'm still happy to have it. I think that's one that, I don't know. I am happy to have. Do love RoboCop the movie. So, second up, let's see. Let's hope it's not Ocean. We got that Double Dribble. Double Dribble. I've never played Double Dribble. As you guys know, I'm not very big into any of the sports ball games, but I know I've heard a lot of positive things about Double Dribble. And as far as sports ball games go, I kind of like some of the basketball games. I love NBA Jam, one of my favorite sports ball games in existence. So hopefully Double Dribble's a good one. I know I've heard people talk positive about this game, so I'm excited to check it out. We got Double Dribble for the NES. Double Dribble was published by Konami in 1987. It is a sports ball game that I, brace yourselves here, absolutely adored. This is fun! I understood what I was doing and how to do it. Eventually. I was able to catch on pretty quick here, but I still got my ass handed to me. I will definitely be playing this more later, and I don't always say that after playing sports games. Definitely a contender for my favorite sports ball game on the NES. Time will tell.
Oh, no, wrong button.
Okay, let me feel around in here. Alright, I don't know which way's front, so I might totally mess this up, but we have something sealed in a box. I'm guessing it's a GBA game. I don't know what else it could be. What else do I have in this box? Game Gear? I don't know. I'm not sure what this is, but we got it is a sealed GBA game. It is Golden Nugget Casino. Wow. I'm actually really excited about this. Even though I'm not big into casino games, it's not really my thing. It has been years. I don't even know the last time that I've not only just held a complete in-box sealed GBA game, but actually opened one and you know, had the experience of opening a GBA game. So, gosh, this is really freaking cool. I've never gotten anything sealed, I don't think, from VGM. I could be wrong. Maybe I've gotten, no, I take that back. I got a sealed copy of Pipe Mania for PS2, which I was expecting. That was from my very first video. If I remember correctly, I think it was my very first video, and I got a sealed Pipe Mania for the PS2. And I was expecting that because apparently these companies have a warehouse dedicated to sealed copies of Pipe Mania. If you put PS2 on your list for VGM or Retro Game Treasure, you're almost guaranteed to eventually get Pipe Mania sealed. But I'm going off on a tangent. This is super cool. Like I said, I'm not big into casino games. I don't know if this is even a good casino game, but it's super freaking cool to have and hold a complete GBA game still sealed in the box. It's by Majesco, which is a name I am familiar with. Super freaking cool. Let's hope it's at least a competent casino game. What does it have in it? Blackjack, craps and roulette, slots and video poker. When you're down on your luck, visit the ATM. that's of course. Looks like this is copyrighted 2004. Wow. This is really freaking, this makes me happy that I put, even though I'm sure probably brand new, this is probably like maybe a $5 game. You guys will find out when we do the gameplay. I'm glad that I put GBA back on because I know I'm rambling and I shouldn't be that excited about a casino game, but I think it's really freaking cool to have a complete sealed, like factory sealed GBA game. So let's check out the gameplay. We got Golden Nugget Casino for the Game Boy Advance. Golden Nugget Casino was published by Majesco in 2004. I am not a huge fan of casino games, but I have learned to appreciate them more after having played so many iterations, and I mean so many iterations, of Caesar's Palace on so many consoles. This is not the worst casino game, but it certainly isn't the best. I had fun playing blackjack, and the slot machine has a cool spooky Halloween theme. Even though this game only goes for $9 brand new, I think it's really cool to randomly have the chance to open up a brand new Game Boy Advance game. That's awesome. Glad to have it. Alright, let's make sure. Got our bubble wrap, nothing else inside. We'll do a quick recap while we do the values of the box. We got WCW Mayhem for the N64. We got Taz-Mania for the Super NES. We have the SpongeBob SquarePants movie for the Game Boy Advance. We have Double Dribble for the NES. We have RoboCop for the NES. And we have Golden Nugget Casino for the Game Boy Advance. Complete in box, sealed, brand new. Pick of the frickin' box. I actually think this was a pretty good box. We'll see what the value is. But outside the value, I think I'm still pretty happy about it. SpongeBob's not going to be my pick of the box. I would say that the game that I'm most genuinely excited for, like to play and to own, would probably be Taz-Mania for the Super Nintendo. I don't know why. I really like Taz. I can't remember if people like this game or not, but I'm excited to have it. I'm excited to play it. I would say this, and even though, again, I do not really like casino games, I've got to give some love to this brand new, sealed, complete in box Golden Nugget Casino game. I think that's really freaking awesome. That's so cool. So yeah, that would be my two picks of the box. Taz-Mania for the Super Nintendo and Golden Nugget Casino for the GBA. But I am also really happy to have RoboCop. That's just, I don't know. It just takes me back to the time when R-rated movies were given kid games, and I miss that. They just don't make them like that anymore. Double Dribble, like I said, I'm excited because I believe I've heard this is a pretty good sports ball game. SpongeBob Movie, like I said, I used to like SpongeBob. I guess I just wish this wasn't the movie because, like I said, this is when I stopped liking SpongeBob. WCW Mayhem, I'm excited about. It's got Goldberg on it. I don't know wrestling games that well. This is something I'm still learning about. I want to say I remember that the WCW games were not as good as the WWF games, but I could be wrong. I would say this is a really good box. I'm least excited for the SpongeBob game, but everything else I'm actually pretty stoked about, and that doesn't always happen. That's a pretty good freaking box. Now, if this was loose, this would be the lowest rated thing in the box, so it is interesting. I'm more excited the fact that this is sealed and brand new. If this was just a loose cart, this would go below SpongeBob for sure. But this definitely makes it better. So yeah, let me know what your guys' pick of the box is. Let me know what you think of the box overall. Let me know what you think of the games. Is Taz-Mania cool? And that's it for this month. I want to thank you guys for watching. I love making these videos. I can't believe I've made 50 of them so far. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the next 50. I'm going to try to throw some other boxes into the mix. I've been meaning to do that. It's just I've been swamped for time with the other videos that I want to do. But I would like to, try like Double Jump at one point, and there's a couple other companies that do these mystery boxes that I'd like to give a shot. I'd also like to go back and try Loved Again Media again now that I have a GameCube, and that's kind of what I was waiting for to go back. So that'll probably be coming in the future. I appreciate all you guys that watch these videos. I love watching all of your videos. I can't wait to, as soon as I'm done recording this, go watch and see what everybody else got in their box this month. So one of my favorite parts of Video Games Monthly is watching your guys' unboxings. I'm just real rambly today. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Bye. And of course I want to give a big special shout out. And of course I want to give a big special shout out. And of course I want to give a big special shout out and thank you to our channel members, Sad Vlad and RetroCart Collector. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate the support. If any of you watching the video would like special perks, such as being shouted out at the end of videos, make sure you check that join button down below.
Starcade. It is scheduled for one fall. There will be a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, the Dribbler.
Oh, the crowd sure hates this guy.
Do you ever find yourself at the end of a long gaming session, just depleted of nutrients, your body aching for some valuable protein so you can keep going and frag the noobs? Well, I've got a special message for you today from the sponsor of this video, Lakeside Beef with Juices. It's not just beef, it's got juices. Powering your next gameplay session. Moo.